Pat. What we're ready for now is giving you a little bit more traffic driving and such like. Time to not just do little villages and towns, but a bit of city driving.
Into the real world?
Yes, into the real world where it's all happening. So a little bit busier route today, but you're obviously ready for that now, or we wouldn't be bringing you into that. So you've had to study through the sort of things that you can encounter there, and you're still going to put all the same routines, your system into practice, mirror, signal, manoeuvre, speed, gear, whatever, where necessary when you're changing lanes or stopping or whatever. So a lot more traffic lights, more traffic, lane changing, stuff like that, a bit more going on, pedestrians, everything to contend with. So you've had to study through the video and section on that, so any questions on any of that?
No, I don't think so. It's obviously going to be different to what I've been used to driving.
Yeah, that's right, just slightly busier, that's all. But your handling of the car is just the same. You stop and you start and you go with the traffic flow. Okay, and just that there's a lot more going on round about you.
Yep.
Okay, so if you're ready, we shall make a move and get you out into it.
Okay.
You just like to move off when you're ready. And I'll give you directions just in the usual way and plenty of time.
So I've got to go left here anyway, haven't I?
Ah, well, I wasn't going to give you any directions, was I? You'd got that one sussed out. Good.
That bollard makes it...
It does, yes, it gets a bit in the way. That's what these are the sort of things that you got to contend with, because you've got more pedestrians about, you've got traffic islands to give them a chance to get across the road and so on. But they can be a bit of an obstruction at times, so you got to get used to looking for that as well.
I saw him indicating, but I could see him slowing down.
Yes,
so
and the vehicle behind wasn't attempting to overtake at that stage, so you're alright. Now we're going to be following the Dewsbury signs here. Okay. So if you look, you'll see that sort of a bit of a complicated looking roundabout, but it's pretty straightforward. Barnsley's the first opening, and we're going straight on. Leeds Dewsbury A638. And this is the sort of thing that busier roundabouts, you've got a queue of traffic even coming up to them, so it's just a case of going with the flow.
Dewsbury, so that's me.
If you have a look at the sign, you'll see that out of the three options, we want to be in the left-hand lane.
Right. So that keeps me left all the way around.
That's it. Other traffic or something that you shouldn't be doing. End of the road, we're going to turn right, following the city centre signs. That's the idea, it's nice and clear. And as long as you've been checking your mirrors in plenty of time, a glance to the side's fine, but it shouldn't be necessary to actually look back into your blind spot, you know. Okay. If you're checking these mirrors regularly enough, you should already have known what was there. That it was safe. You're merely confirming that it's safe, not checking to see is it safe or not. Okay. Now there's an added danger there. You see that one there? You spotted it nicely. Coming out from the parking area. Most people would have looked up the road and they'd never have spotted that one.
Yeah.
Now, is this chap going to be kind to us or not? But what you got to watch is what else is coming up.
I didn't want to go in, because I could see that car there.
Yes, so. That's right. You didn't want to go anyhow. No, but that's what I was saying was, he might have decided to let us come out anyhow, and we wouldn't have been able to take advantage of it.
Who's got right away here?
Well, it's not a case of who's got right away. He's probably going into the far away lane, whereas we're going into the far away lane, I should say. But we can't get out at the moment because we want that far away lane. Despite them waiting for us. Right, there you are now. Just check that there's nobody else coming up on the inside. That's it.
So I wasn't hesitant there, was I?
No. Because there's the lane there, you see. We didn't want that lane. We wanted to be going ahead. Yeah. So again, the fact that they'd stopped wasn't any help to us.
And I couldn't see the traffic on the other side anyway.
So they couldn't understand possibly why you were waiting, but we had to wait for our lane being clear, not just the one on the right that the lorry was going into. Quite clear on that?
Yeah, it's a good example of, although people use flashing lights and wave on, you've always got to check yourself, haven't you?
That's it. Now it's a nice distance behind the car there, but you don't want to be doing like they're doing, following out in what's turned insulin, you know, just out a little bit, out a little bit. See how they're staggered out like that? You want to be in your normal sort of driving position. Don't necessarily follow that. Now what you're going to have to watch here.
That I can get through this.
Yeah, and he's probably going to take advantage of that, thinking that you were letting him out, but you got to be a little bit courteous. We didn't really do any harm there. He was going to take advantage of the fact that you were a learner. So what sort of particular dangers would you watch for here when the traffic's stationary? What might happen?
Walking
Yeah, they might think, oh, the cars are stopped, I'll just cross over here.
Push bikes.
They don't use crossings. They want to go to this shop across here or that one here, and the direct line to it.
Yeah.
And it might meet in front of your car.
Like the lad in the blue.
Yeah, so watch this situation here, because we've got the lights changing. The other situation that I was going to point out to you was if the traffic had been queued further back, then apart from the crossing here and the one there where you don't want to stop in the studded areas, we wouldn't want to block this opening. Although we're not allowed to turn left in there, traffic can still come out of this exit on the left where the roadworks are, like this one. So if we'd have gone forward, had the lights not changed, we could have blocked the other traffic coming out.
Yeah. So
again, a good example of somebody at the last minute.
Yeah.
Right, clear. Now we're following the road which says all through traffic, and watch what's happening with the lorry. What's he going to do? Why has he got 4 lights or 2 lights on in here at the back, but all 4 on? He's going to unload or something.
Yeah.
Now we need a signal here. There was a good example of what happens whenever somebody stops. We pointed that out in the previous lesson. They're liable to open the door, and in his case, jump out.
Yeah.
Now, what are you watching with the bus here and the lorry?
Anybody could walk in front of it, bus could set off.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. More parked cars here, so keep an eye on that. Now, slightly further up here, we're going to be turning off to the left. So watch the lorry and see what he's doing. Is he parking or just in the queue?
Don't know.
Looks like he's just in the queue. Any idea how you would tell that? What, apart from the fact that he hasn't put hazard flashers on?
If he was parked quite wide.
Yes, that's the point, yeah. So the position of the vehicle can often give you a clue as well.
Yeah.
Right. Again, you're round before the lights change there, just in that process. And what are you watching for this car? What might happen?
Moving off because he's just got back into it.
Yeah, that's it. Just shoot away, waving to his friends. We're going to follow the road markings that take us ahead. So if you look carefully at the markings here.
Ahead.
Quite a complex little one, isn't it? So you could be going left, right or ahead.
Oh, is it where the one-way street is?
Yes,
is that where we're going?
Yes. See the arrow now? You couldn't see it for that, but you could see the other 2 arrows.
Yeah.
Right. And what are you watching for in particular
those
here?
Pedestrians on the corner.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going next right, so just in continuing to go right. So who has priority here then?
Well they are, because it says give way here.
Which is why you've got to give way, but there's nobody there, so. And we're going to continue right, so yeah, you didn't need to come back to this lane, just check your mirrors again, make sure it's safe. Yep. It's a natural instinct to come back to the left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now this time we're going right again, so this time when you come round, keep in the right hand lane. So as you come round, now there we are, straight into it.
Yeah.
Alright?
Yeah.
And again, there we are. Okay? Quite clear on that now?
Yeah.
Yep. Good.
Because it's a one-way system, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's as if you were driving on the continent. We're giving you a little bit of experience of driving abroad now. Drive on the wrong side of the road. Now this time, after we've turned right, we're going to have plenty of time to deal with that, because we're going to have to stop. Where it's busier, there's not long between the lights because it gives everybody the turn up. You know, when can I go now, and then a short spell for this lane, a little spell for that lane. So they tend to change quite quickly.
Right.
Give everybody a turn. There they are changing again already. Once we've completed this turn, we're going to turn left just shortly afterwards. So what's the first thing you're going to have to do?
Isn't it, this road?
Well, have you seen any traffic coming from that direction? Yes.
I have now.
There's how you can tell then, isn't it?
I didn't want to go on the wrong side of the road.
Right. It's the little clues that you're looking for, you see. Doesn't mean that somebody's not going to drive down a one-way street the wrong way.
Yeah.
But we're going left
So
up
I
ahead.
need left, so I'll make sure I go back in left-hand lane.
And you've got 2 lanes here, so you want this
Left.
lane, yeah. Crossing's clear. Watch for any obstructions as you come round. And when we get down here at the end of the road, at the next junction, we're going to turn to the left. That's the idea. Just give the bus time to get through, that's good, because this was quite a wide car.
Yep.
And next left. Now you've got a red light, but can you go?
Yeah, because I've got a green filter line.
Yep. And then at the roundabout, we're going to turn right.
Okay, so I need to be in my right
But
hand.
shortly after that, we're going to be going left, so we're going to take this lane. See the arrows on the road?
Oh yeah.
So it's a bit unusual this time, but you want the right signal on.
I want to
Mirror and signal.
Yeah, because I can go straight
You
ahead,
can go
can't I?
straight ahead or right. That lane there, so 2 lanes are going round to the right, slightly unusual.
Yeah.
But if we were going to the right or ahead after that, we'd have taken the other lane.
Right.
But because further down here on the dual carriageway section that we're going into, we're going to be cutting off to the left, we don't want to be chopping and changing lanes.
Right, so it's
So
best to
there's
stay
what the
in this
car in
lane.
front's going
Yeah.
the same way. They've obviously looked back, seen your signal and thought, oh, I better do the same. Learner's signalling, I better copy you. So you've taught them to do something.
Keep here. Do I need to signal to come off then?
No, just cancel your signal on that.
Right.
Because you don't want to confuse somebody into thinking you're continuing round, do you?
Right.
And down at the next roundabout, we're going to be going off to the left,
I'll
following the
see what
York
you mean
signs.
now, yep.
Now, what you got to be careful of here,
Him pulling
delay
out.
your signal until you pass
Yep.
there.